There was a report today about players saying that it's been really tough around here and it could be mentally draining under you and your coaches. What do you say to that?
I can't really speak to the accuracy of that report, to be honest with you. I think, when these guys are in the building and we're in meetings and walkthroughs and practice, I see a group that's high energy, that's motivated, and um, their thoughts, their efforts, the direction is on Baltimore and trying to get prepared to play a tough, physical, well-disciplined team. And I can't really speak to the accuracy of that. But what I see is a group that's motivated, is here to work, is working hard and trying to prepare for a tough contest on Sunday afternoon.
Would it matter to you if that was the case? Is it a deal of you either get on or get off?
We're thinking, and it's not something I'm thinking about at all. We can talk about what would matter, what wouldn't matter. What matters to me right now is Baltimore and preparing for them. So, you can sit here and make things up all day and think about things. Would this matter? Would that matter? The things that matter to me are that my wife's happy, which I think she is, and that my kids are happy. Those things matter, and Baltimore Ravens, and that's kind of where I'm at.
On the field, how do you see Albert Wilson being used? And I know you're not going to give away strategy, but is he at the level where he can be a starter and play a full load?
I like where Albert is. He's come a long way from where he was early in training camp. This guy's, he's worked day after day after day, and he's gotten better. Again, we're getting the starters, backups. A lot of guys play. When you enter the game, you're in there for a reason. That's to go in there and that's to you can run to the wall if you want. When guys enter the game, whether they're starter, backup, we want to go in there and execute and have good communication, play with good fundamentals and technique, and play fast and try to go out there and help us win.
How would you describe Mike Gesicki's progress from the spring to now?
I think he's definitely progressed. It's another young, talented player. I think he's gotten better in a lot of different areas: blocking, conditioning, catching the ball consistently, route running. He's just got the goal right now is for him to, take it one play at a time and try to execute every play in practice, every play in walkthrough, every play, every mental rep he takes in a meeting, and try to get better. And the big thing is execution on Sunday.
Have you decided on a starting offensive line for Sunday?
We're for the most part, yes. For the most part, yesterday gave us a good look. Practicing pads gave us a good look at what the entire group. So we have a starting lineup in mind. Yeah, we feel good about it. We'll work that group again today. That could change, but yeah, we have a group in mind.
Do you feel Davenport? I'm sorry. How do you feel how close to being able to play a lot do you think Davenport is?
I think all those guys are, in good shape and good condition. I think all those guys are in good condition, and all those guys are ready to play. Again, we have a good group of guys who've played a good amount of football. So from Isidore to Bame to Davenport to Kilgore to Dieter to Shaq, we've got a good group there, and we'll play the 5 best guys, and we may play more. I thought we had good practice yesterday. We saw a lot. We learned a lot about the new guys, and again, today's practice is important as well.
This has a history of being a little bit of a gunslinger. Is that something that you want to, embrace, or for him to curb that?
Well, I think every good quarterback has a little bit of a gunslinger mentality to him. That's part of playing the position. The thing you want at every position is to make good decisions and smart decisions. you don't want guys to sit back and just, check it down on every snap. That's not going to get it done. So you got to make good decisions. When the opportunities are there to throw the ball down the field and guys are open and you want to give a guy a chance, yeah, I think that's the right way to play, and not just for Fitz, but for any quarterback. But we got to make good decisions. We don't want to throw the ball into traffic. We don't want to, force things that aren't there. But I think he's got. We've hit that hard. Look, we never want to turn the ball over, and we want to play a smart, tough, disciplined game. We don't want to turn the ball over. We want to limit the penalties. I mean, every team's saying the same thing, this week. So hopefully we can execute.
How is Josh Rosen's going with the second team and the backups this week in practice?
Josh, he's doing well. He's improving every day. He made some good throws yesterday. Made some good decisions yesterday, and he just needs to continue that. As long as he does that and he keeps building, he's moving in the right direction.
Coach, when you bring in a guy like Eric Rowe, obviously on the field what he does, but off the field the culture stuff. How important was it to bring in a guy like that who knows what it takes to win at the highest level?
I think we got a few guys. I think we got a few guys who have that exact same mentality that bring some leadership and do the right things off the field. Not just Eric, but Bobby McCain, Rashad, Minka. I think that entire group. They all, they take it seriously. They're in their meeting. They're in there preparing. They're practicing the right way. And I could say that about a bunch of offensive guys too. Kilgore. And they're bringing some of these young guys along as well. Dieter, Shaq. So that's part of growing as a team. Eric's part of that. Obviously, I've had some experience with him. I know what kind of what goes into his preparation. But these other guys, the guys here, they prepare well as well also.
But to have a guy who's actually won a Super Bowl, that has to go a long way, especially for such a young.
Nah, we're just trying to. That's. I'm trying to win today. Okay, so that's the goal. It's to win today, to have a good practice, have a good meeting. Hopefully they're, which I know they are because I saw them yesterday. They're meeting a little bit afterwards and trying to get a little bit more, trying to get prepared a little bit better on their own as groups, and that's where the focus is.
Coach, I'd like to ask you about level with I'm sorry. What's your confidence level on how the front seven is shaping up where you want defense?
I'm confident. We've got some disruptive players in there. And look, we're preparing against a tough physical team. The run game is going to be a big part of this. We got to do a good job with our fundamentals, our technique. We got to set the edge. We got to handle the quarterback. There's a lot here. They got backs, they got quarterbacks, they got receivers, they got tight ends, they got a big old offensive line. It's going to be a challenge. So. It's going to be a challenge.
So I want to ask you about Davenport's progress. He started left tackle for the Houston Texans against the New England Patriots. And the Patriots defense, you're familiar with, I think, had 2 sacks against them and a bunch of hurries. How far has he progressed from that?
The first thing I'd say is, what's happened in the past is in the past, and our thing is, like everything, we got to move on to the next play. So that's my message to the team on a daily basis. I think he came in, these last few days, and he's worked hard. It's important to him. He's got ability, and he's working really hard to get it right and improve and get better on a daily basis. It's the conversation we had when he got here, and I think that's a good thing, that those sometimes failure is a good thing. And it's something, hey, look, I know this happened, and this is how you can correct it. That's part of coaching, too. So that's kind of my feeling on that.
Brian, do you have a general feeling, a general philosophy on going for it on 4th down? And how much do you imagine gut feeling will come into play?
Yes, I have a general philosophy on going for it.
Okay.
We'll see how the game plays out. A lot of that is a feel, understanding the other team, a feel of where we're at offensively. Again, defensively, we're always expecting them to go for it on fourth down. So I'm not going to give out any secrets today.
Coach, when you have a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, and typically teams, defenses use one player to kind of spy on that player, does that kind of get you out of the 11-on-11 things that you've been working on in the preseason scheme that you want to run when you have to account for one player or have one player account for a guy like him?
Yeah, I mean, look, when you play against a guy who can make that much of an impact, your scheme changes a little bit. Again, at the same time, you want to be aggressive. You don't want to take the aggressiveness, the physicality away from any player. And sometimes you just got to let it rip, and what happens happens. So I'm not saying that's the game plan, but again, you don't want to take the aggressiveness away from the team.
Brian, I'd like to go back a few questions to when you were talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick and finding that perfect balance between when to check it downfield, when to check it down and play safe. Based on what you've seen from him in the past, do you think he was at that right balance? Do you think he needs to dial it back or dial it up?
Again, when we go into the past and what's gone on, really, yes, there's some. We talk about it. We talk about some decisions that have been made. The hope is that the good decisions, we continue to make those decisions. The bad ones, hopefully we've learned from them. I think that's not just the case in quarterbacking. That's the case in life. I think a lot of us, hopefully you learn from your bad decisions, and the good decisions you make, you continue to do those. So I think that's the case with every player. Obviously, at the quarterback position, there's that guy handles the ball in every snap. So the decisions he make affect the team really on let's call it a holistic standpoint, from a holistic standpoint. So his decisions, or their decisions, are very important. But yeah, decisions of the past, good and bad, I think, are the things we talk about. And we say, we don't just point out the bad. All right? I don't think that's, how you coach it. You say, hey, look, you've done this, and this. Those are good decisions. Let's keep doing those. This and this, not so good. Let's stay away from those. Here they are. You've seen them. Let's try not to do those again. And, sometimes, it's like, yeah. Hopefully they make the right decision.
Couple more guys.
I did. I started thinking about my kids.
Coach, we've seen nickel, dime, sometimes 7 and 8. Will you need as many guys on the back end just to not only defend against the pass but catch Lamar Jackson?
Again, this is as dynamic a player as there is in the league. So, whatever we feel like we need, we'll try to put it out there on the field. Again, you put 7 DBs out there, Mark Ingram, and they got 2 tight ends, and you probably don't want to do that. So we'll see. I think our coaching staff is, we've worked hard to try to put a plan together to give us a chance to win, and hopefully we execute it and we tackle well and play penalty free and play the game the right way and give ourselves a chance.
You coach
Final question, guys.
dozens and dozens and dozens of games throughout your career, but this is the first time you go into the regular season as the guy. What's your schedule going to be like? And what's your preparation going to be like? Addressing the team, keeping a snack, things like that. I mean, what's your weekend going to look like?
Well, I spent a lot of time on that in particular. And I kind of take it from the game back. So I've got a plan and a schedule, and I know when I'm going to speak, what I have an idea of what I'm going to say, but that changes. It changes based on what happened in practice, pulse of the team, and you got to be fluid. I can't just lock it in and say I'm going to say this on Saturday night, and that may not apply at the time. So I think that's part of this being in this role is you got to be fluid. You got to have a little bit of a pulse of the team, and try to give them the right words that'll motivate them and put them in the right mindset to play at their best on Sunday afternoon.